The next thing I like to do when I'm teaching is demonstrate how people can keep themselves safe in the workshop. I can't keep everybody safe, but they can keep themselves safe. And this exercise can help us to demonstrate how that can be happening throughout the workshop. Think of something that you know makes you uncomfortable. Think about the feeling and how you might describe when you are aware that you are uncomfortable. Now this is a two-part exercise, so I'm going to ask you to take what you have and just set it to the side, just remembering what that was like, and we'll move on to the second half. Now, think about something that makes you feel or has made you feel unsafe. Now, when you have those two things, here's uncomfortable, here's unsafe, notice the difference between them. So you want to compare the feelings between those two. What I want to point out here is that uncomfortable is a wonderful place to go and focus and find out why it's uncomfortable. Unsafe is a place that says, don't go there, and you listen, and then you will be safe, because you won't go against something that says, no, 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 not for me.
Being uncomfortable for me was, speaking in front of groups of people. I could be okay with uncomfortable, but, and I think this is what you were getting at, but unsafe just felt purely unsafe.
You're not going to go there. You're not going to put yourself in that position.
Right. There was nothing to think about or feel about, and so I kept struggling with. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do with these two things.
Okay. All right. So the one that's uncomfortable, if you wanted, and it doesn't have to be now, would be a question of finding out what's there about that that makes it uncomfortable, that might be able to change once that got freed up.
Yeah, I got some things about that.
Yeah, okay, so that's what you would do with that. You'd use it for focusing.
Right.
The unsafe place is something that it's saying to you, no. You don't push yourself and say, well, I got to find out what this is about and go there. No, no. That is your guide that says no.
The place that's uncomfortable for me is a friend of mine's car. She has a van, and it's very tall. So every time she stops the car and it's time for me to get out, there's a distance where my feet are on the ground, and I'm just sort of jumping down or sliding down. So before that happens, I come to a spot where I start worrying and thinking ahead. And
being uncomfortable about that, what's coming up.
Right. The part that I couldn't go to, and what was that called? That was unsafe, in danger, unsafe. Years ago, it seemed like a lot of people on the block were getting dogs that they were training to be sort of mean.
Oh, training them to be.
And I walked out of the apartment, and this young lady was walking towards me, and I had a bag of garbage in my hands, and she had this pit bull. And it went at me, like almost at my throat. And she almost seemed like she couldn't control it, like she was going to let go of the chain. And all I could think of, my mind started racing. I started thinking I could throw the garbage at it, but it could get past that garbage real quick and still get to me. So and it was a place where I couldn't even think.
Yeah, you get that scared, you don't think clear.
Right, and I remembered that she didn't let go, but I almost felt like she was walking someone else's dog, that it wasn't even her dog, because she didn't seem to have a firm grip on that dog.
So you didn't feel like she was safe either?
No. I felt like the whole situation was very scary.
Yeah. And it was not something you wanted to ever let yourself get into.
Right.
Yeah. When it says don't go there, you know that means don't go there.
So it's really whatever feels unsafe to the person.
Yeah.
And it could be either physical.
You're trying to learn how not to give in to things that are unsafe, especially I'm teaching how to be safe while you're doing this workshop.